Hello, dear traveller. Welcome to this quiet place, this sanctuary away from the noise and hurry of the waking world. Tonight, I have something special to share with you. A story whispered across centuries, carried on moonbeams and starlight, about an ancient guardian who holds within their heart a secret not of danger or mystery in the unsettling sense, but rather a gift. A gentle truth that has guided countless souls into the most peaceful, restorative sleep imaginable. So find your most comfortable position now. Let your body sink into whatever supports you, your bed, your pillows, the softness beneath you. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. The world outside can wait. This moment belongs only to you, to rest, to peace, to the gentle unfolding of a tale as old as the mountains themselves. Tonight you will meet the sleepy dragon, and if you listen closely, if you let yourself drift along with the rhythm of this story, you too will learn the secret of restful sleep, a secret that has been kept safe for 1,000 years, waiting for you. Let's begin our journey together, shall we? Close your eyes if you haven't already. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth with a soft sigh. Good. And again. Breathe in the calm. Breathe out the day. One more time. Feel your shoulders dropping, your jaw relaxing, the tiny muscles around your eyes softening. You're ready now. Let's walk together into the moonlit valley where the sleepy dragon waits. You find yourself standing at the edge of an ancient forest, though you're not quite sure how you arrived here. Perhaps you walked, or perhaps you simply appeared, the way one does in dreams and in places where magic still remembers itself. The air around you is perfectly mild, not cold, not warm, but that ideal temperature that makes you aware of your own breathing, your own existence, without any discomfort whatsoever. Above you, the night sky spreads out like a canvas painted by artists who understood that darkness itself can be beautiful. The stars aren't just points of light, they pulse gently, as if breathing in rhythm with the universe itself. Some are silver white, crisp and clear, others carry hints of blue or gold or the faintest touch of violet. And the moon. Oh, the moon tonight is extraordinary. Full and luminous, it hangs low on the horizon, so large and close you feel you could almost reach up and touch its surface, trace your fingers across those ancient craters and seas. The moonlight does something remarkable here. Instead of casting the world into sharp contrasts of light and shadow, it seems to soften everything, to wrap the landscape in a gentle silver glow that makes even the ordinary extraordinary. And as your eyes adjust to this enchanted illumination, you notice the path before you. It's narrow but well worn, winding through the tall grass that comes up to your knees. But this grass isn't like any you've seen before. Each blade seems to hold light within itself, glowing with a soft bioluminescent shimmer, silver at the tips fading to pale green at the roots. As you take your first step onto the path, the grass around your feet brightens just slightly, as if acknowledging your presence, welcoming you forward. The sensation beneath your feet is perfect. You're not walking on hard earth or rough stone. Instead, the ground has a gentle give to it, cushioned by centuries of soft moss and fallen leaves. Each step feels effortless, and there's a subtle springiness that makes walking feel less like exercise and more like floating just slightly above the surface of the earth itself. As you move forward along the path, you notice the fireflies. At first there are only one or two, small points of golden light drifting lazily through the air, but with each step you take, more appear, until you're surrounded by hundreds of them, thousands perhaps, creating a constellation of tiny living lanterns. They don't swarm or cluster, instead they space themselves out with some kind of natural artistry, each one moving in its own gentle rhythm, its own slow dance through the darkness. The light they produce is warm, comforting. It reminds you of candlelight in a cozy room, or the embers of a fire just before sleep, and they seem curious about you, these little creatures. Some drift close to your face, hovering for just a moment as if studying you, before spiraling away in lazy loops. Others trace patterns in the air beside you as you walk, creating temporary drawings made of light, a spiral here, a figure 8 there, ephemeral art that exists for only a heartbeat before dissolving back into randomness. Listen, can you hear the sounds of this place? The night here isn't silent. Silence can sometimes feel empty, uncomfortable. Instead, the darkness is filled with the gentlest of sounds. A symphony of peace. There's a breeze moving through the valley, but it's not the harsh wind of storm or urgency. This is a breath of air so soft it barely moves the grass, yet you can hear it whispering as it passes, carrying with it the scent of pine needles and something else. Something sweet and indefinable, like the smell of starlight itself, if starlight had a fragrance. Somewhere in the distance, night birds are calling to each other, not the harsh cries of alarm or territory, but low melodious notes that rise and fall like a conversation between old friends. Hoo-hoo comes one call, deep and resonant, and from another direction a slightly higher response, hoo-hoo-hoo. They're not urgent, they're not afraid, they're simply present, adding their voices to the peaceful chorus of this enchanted night. And beneath it all, threading through the other sounds like a constant companion, you hear water. It takes you a moment to locate it, but then you see, running alongside the path, sometimes visible through breaks in the grass, sometimes hidden but always audible, is a stream. The water moves slowly, deliberately, tumbling over smooth stones that have been worn round by centuries of patient flow. The sound it makes is that perfect water music that humans have found soothing since the beginning of time. Not a rush or a roar, but a gentle babbling, a liquid conversation between the stream and the stones, between the water and the banks that guide its journey. You walk beside this stream for a while, letting its rhythm sync with your own footsteps, your own breathing. There's no hurry here. Time moves differently in this valley, or perhaps it doesn't move at all. Perhaps in this place you've stepped outside of time entirely, into a pocket of existence where the only moment that matters is this one, right now, this step, this breath, this heartbeat. The path begins to curve, winding between larger shapes that you gradually recognize as boulders. These aren't sharp, threatening rocks, but ancient stones that have been here so long they've become part of the landscape's story. They're covered in moss that glows faintly in the moonlight, soft as velvet to the touch. Some of them are marked with patterns, not carved by human hands, but naturally formed over millennia. Swirls and spirals and lines that look almost like writing in some forgotten language, some alphabet of stone and time. As you walk, you notice that the valley is beginning to narrow. The grassy hills on either side are drawing closer, rising higher, creating a natural corridor that guides you forward, and with this narrowing comes a change in the light. The moonlight is still bright above, still painting everything in silver, but ahead of you, seeping around a bend in the path, you notice something else, a warmer glow, golden, gentle, inviting. You can feel it now, a subtle warmth in the air that wasn't there before. Not a heat exactly, but a kind of ambient coziness, like stepping into a room where a fire has been burning for hours, warming the very walls. The temperature shifts from perfectly neutral to perfectly comfortable, that ideal warmth that makes you want to curl up and rest. The fireflies seem more numerous here, and their lights have taken on a slightly different quality, as if they're reflecting this golden glow from up ahead. They dance and swirl with what almost seems like excitement, like they know where you're going, like they're leading you forward, encouraging you with their tiny lantern lights. The stream beside you makes a soft gurgling sound, almost like laughter, as it tumbles over a small cascade of stones. The water catches the golden light now too, sparkling and shimmering, and you realize it's guiding you as well. This stream has been your companion since you started on this path, and it seems to know exactly where you need to go. You round the bend in the path, moving between two particularly large boulders that stand like ancient sentinels, and suddenly the valley opens up before you, and there, set into the side of the mountain itself, is the entrance to a cave. But not just any cave. This opening in the rock face is enormous, tall enough that you'd have to crane your neck back to see where it reaches its highest point, wide enough that you could walk 20 people abreast through its entrance and from within, pours that golden light you've been seeing, warm and steady and impossibly inviting. You stand at the threshold for a moment, not from fear but from awe. The entrance to the cave is framed by curtains of ivy that hang down from above. Their leaves are deep green that looks almost black in the shadows, but catches the golden light beautifully, where the illumination touches them. Small white flowers bloom among the ivy, their petals catching the light, making them look like stars that have fallen from the sky and got entangled in the vines. The ground before the cave entrance is smooth, worn by countless years of weather and perhaps by visitors long ago. The stream you've been following runs right up to the cave's mouth and then disappears inside, continuing its journey into the mountain's heart. You can still hear it inside, that gentle water music, now echoing softly off stone walls. There's something carved into the stone above the entrance, or no, not carved. Natural formations in the rock that, through either coincidence or ancient magic, have formed themselves into shape symbols. Spirals and curves that seem to suggest wings and scales and flame, all rendered in the stone itself as if the mountain had wanted to tell visitors what they might find within. The warm golden light pulses slightly, very gently, with a rhythm that reminds you of breathing. Slow, steady, in and out, in and out. And you realise this isn't torchlight or lamplight, this is something else entirely. Something alive. You take a step forward, crossing the threshold, and the temperature shift is immediate and wonderful. It's like being wrapped in the most comfortable blanket imaginable, or sinking into a warm bath that's been drawn to exactly the right temperature. The warmth surrounds you completely, but never becomes too hot, never becomes uncomfortable. It simply holds you, welcomes you. The cave's interior is vast. The ceiling arches high above, disappearing into shadows that the golden light doesn't quite reach. The walls are not rough or jagged, but have been worn smooth over countless centuries by water and time, creating flowing organic shapes that look almost deliberate in their beauty. And everywhere, embedded in the stone, are crystals. They start small near the entrance, tiny points of quartz and amethyst and minerals you can't name, catching the light and refracting it into subtle rainbows. But as you venture deeper into the cave, following the gentle downward slope of the floor and the musical guidance of the stream, the crystals grow larger. Some are as big as your hand, others are the size of your head. And deeper still you can see truly massive formations, crystal clusters that rise from the floor like frozen fountains, or hang from the ceiling like chandeliers made by the earth itself. These crystals do something remarkable with the light. They don't just reflect it, they seem to drink it in, and then release it again, creating a soft ambient glow throughout the entire cave. The effect is that there are no harsh shadows here, no dark corners that might hide threats or cause unease. Instead, everything is illuminated in this gentle, golden twilight that feels safe and peaceful and utterly calm. The air in here has a quality to it that you notice immediately. It's not stale or dusty the way you might expect in a cave. Instead, it's fresh and clean, carrying with it a scent that's both mineral and organic. The smell of clean stone and pure water, yes, but also something warmer, something that reminds you of sun-baked rocks and dried herbs and old wood. It's not an overwhelming scent, but rather a gentle background note that your nose detects without your conscious mind needing to focus on it. And beneath all the other sensations, the warmth, the light, the scent, the sound of the stream, you become aware of something else. A vibration, not quite sound, not quite feeling, but something in between. A low frequency that you feel more in your chest than hear with your ears. It's rhythmic, steady, deep. Like a heartbeat, but slower, much slower. The heartbeat of something very large, something very old, something at peace. You follow the path deeper into the cave, and the stream guides you as it has all along, winding between crystal formations and smooth stone columns. The sound of water here is different, more resonant, echoing off the walls in a way that turns the simple babbling into something almost musical. Natural acoustics turn the cave into a kind of instrument, and the water plays upon it, creating harmonies that rise and fall and blend together into something that's not quite melody, but is undeniably beautiful. The light grows brighter as you move forward, warmer, more golden, and that deep rhythmic vibration grows stronger too, more present. You can feel it now with each pulse, gentle but undeniable, like standing next to a very large drum that someone is playing very, very slowly. The cave opens up ahead of you into what must be a massive central chamber. The ceiling here is so high you can barely see it, lost in golden mist and shadow. The walls curve around in a nearly perfect circle, creating a natural amphitheatre of stone. More crystals line the walls here, and these are the largest yet, some of them taller than you are, growing from floor to ceiling in geometric clusters that catch the light and scatter it across the entire chamber in a prismatic display of gentle colour. But it's not the crystals that capture your attention. It's not the magnificent stone architecture or the way the stream pools here in a small clear lake before continuing its journey deeper into the mountain. It's not even the warmth, which has reached a perfect peak of coziness here in this central space. It's the nest. In the centre of the chamber, taking up easily half the floor space, is a nest unlike anything you've ever seen or imagined. It's constructed from what must be centuries of careful gathering, soft mosses in shades of deep green and silver, piled so thickly they look like the most comfortable mattress ever created. Woven through the moss are branches, but not rough dead wood. These are living branches, or were once, covered in smooth bark and arranged with such care that they form a supportive lattice beneath the moss without any sharp edges or uncomfortable angles. And scattered throughout the nest, embedded in the moss and arranged in patterns that seem both random and deliberate, are crystals. Hundreds of them, thousands. They range from tiny points no bigger than a grain of rice to massive formations the size of wagon wheels. Some are clear as glass, others cloudy and mysterious. Some glow with internal colour, soft purple, gentle blue, warm amber, pale rose, and all of them pulse very slightly with that same rhythm you've been feeling, that slow deep heartbeat of breath and life. But the nest itself, magnificent as it is not what makes your breath catch in your throat. It's what rests within the nest. What has been resting there, perhaps for a very long time. The dragon. You've heard stories of dragons, of course. Everyone has. Tales of fearsome beasts with scales like armour and teeth like swords, breathing fire and hoarding gold, terrorising villages and battling heroes, dragons of greed and destruction, of primal rage and untamed wildness. The creature before you is enormous, certainly, even curled up as it is, tucked into its nest with its tail wrapped around its body and its great head resting on its folded forelegs. It's clearly massive. If it were to stand and stretch, you suspect it would be as tall as a house, as long as several carts placed end to end. But there's nothing threatening about this enormity, nothing aggressive or dangerous in the dragon's form. Instead, watching it sleep, you're struck by how peaceful it looks, how gentle, how utterly, completely relaxed. The dragon's scales are unlike anything you could have imagined. They're not the hard metallic plates of legend, not dark and threatening. Instead, they're the colour of warm honey, of afternoon sunlight, of gold that's been polished until it glows. But they're not rigid or harsh, they overlap smoothly, each one flowing into the next, creating a surface that looks almost soft, almost inviting. And they catch the light from the crystals around the chamber and reflect it back in a way that makes the dragon's entire body seem to glow from within. Each scale pulses very gently with that same rhythm you've been feeling, that slow, deep breathing. As the dragon inhales, which takes several long seconds, the scales brighten slightly, the golden glow intensifying just a touch. Then, as it exhales, equally slowly, the light dims again, creating a hypnotic cycle of brightening and fading, steady as a tide, reliable as the moon's journey across the sky. The dragon's wings are folded against its body, but you can see hints of them, great leathery spans that must be magnificent when extended, but that now lie tucked and careful, designed not to take up more space than necessary, not to disturb the perfect arrangement of the nest. The membrane of the wings is translucent in the light, and you can see veins running through it like the delicate structure of a leaf, carrying warmth and life throughout. The tail, which wraps around the dragon's body like a living barrier, is long and sinuous, covered in those same golden scales that grow slightly smaller and more delicate as they approach the tip. The very end of the tail twitches slightly as you watch, a tiny movement that's the only break in the dragon's perfect stillness. It reminds you of the way a sleeping cat's tail might twitch when they dream, and the thought makes you smile. This dragon, this ancient and magnificent creature, is dreaming. Its head is large, yes, but not frightening. The snout is long but elegantly shaped, and you can see tiny wisps of what might be smoke or might be warm breath escaping from the nostrils. With each exhale, the dragon's eyes are closed, and seeing them close somehow makes the creature seem even more peaceful, more vulnerable, more friendly. Somehow long, almost delicate eyelashes rest against the scales of its cheeks, and there's something almost gentle about the set of its mouth, the way its jaw rests comfortably against its forelegs. Those forelegs are tucked under the dragon's chin, each one ending in a foot with long curved talons that could probably tear through stone if needed. But there's nothing threatening about them now. They're tucked carefully, arranged with the same care you might use to arrange your own hands under your pillow when you sleep. The talons catch the light and gleam, but they're polished smooth from what must be centuries of careful maintenance, not rough or jagged. From various points along the dragon's body, especially concentrated along its spine and around the crown of its head, small crystals grow. Not painfully, not like a disease or infestation, but naturally, as if the dragon and the crystals have reached some kind of agreement, some kind of symbiosis. The crystals grow from between the scales, emerging in clusters that range from tiny to substantial, all of them pulsing with that same gentle rhythm, all of them glowing with that same warm golden light. And it's these crystals, you realise, that are the true source of the light in the cave. The dragon itself is glowing, has been glowing probably for centuries, providing warmth and illumination to its home, turning this cave from a dark hole in the mountain into a sanctuary of light and peace. As you stand there watching, listening to that slow, deep breathing, feeling the gentle vibration of it resonate through the stone beneath your feet and the air around you, you become aware of small details, the way tiny motes of light drift up from the dragon with each exhale, not smoke, not ash, but something else. Tiny sparks, perhaps, or fragments of light itself, rising like reverse fireflies, drifting upward before fading into the golden mist that hangs near the ceiling. The sound of the breathing is profound. It's not loud exactly, but it's deep, so deep you feel it in your bones. The inhale is a long, slow drawing in of air that seems to pull peace and quiet from the very atmosphere. And the exhale is equally long, a releasing of breath that carries with it warmth and comfort, spreading outward through the chamber like an invisible wave of calm. You find yourself unconsciously synchronizing your own breathing with the dragon's rhythm, breathing in when it breathes in, though your lungs fill much faster than the dragon's enormous ones, breathing out when it breathes out, letting your exhale extend, slow down, deepen. And as you match your breath to the dragon's breath, you feel something shifting in your own body, the last traces of tension draining away, your heartbeat slowing, steadying, a profound sense of peace settling into your very bones. The nest shifts slightly, a tiny movement, just a settling, the way a mattress might compress when someone moves in their sleep. Some of the crystals catch the movement and chime, very softly, creating a sound like distant bells or like ice gently touching glass. It's musical and pure, and it fades quickly, leaving only the steady sound of breathing and water. You stand there for a long time, or perhaps no time at all. Time has become meaningless in this place, measured only in breaths. The dragon's breaths, your breaths, the breathing of the earth itself. You could watch this peaceful creature sleep forever, you think. There's something deeply comforting about witnessing this proof that even the most ancient and powerful beings need rest, need comfort, need peace. That sleep is not a weakness but a fundamental truth, a necessary part of existence, a gift to be embraced rather than resisted. And then, Just as you're settling into what you think might be an endless, pleasant observation, something changes. One of the dragon's eyelids flutters, just slightly, just a small movement, barely noticeable, but you're so attuned to the creature now, so synchronized with its breathing and its presence, that you notice immediately. The rhythm of breathing doesn't change, not yet, but there's a new quality to it now, a sense of awareness. Another small movement. The tip of the tail uncurls slightly, then relaxes again. One of the forelegs shifts, and you hear the soft sound of scales sliding against moss, of talons gently scraping stone. It's not alarming. It's the same sound you might make when shifting in your own bed, seeking a more comfortable position, beginning the slow transition from deep sleep to gentle wakefulness. The glow of the scales brightens slightly, not dramatically, but enough that you notice. The crystals embedded in the dragon's body pulse a bit more strongly, and the tiny sparks rising from its body with each breath become slightly more numerous, slightly brighter. And then, very slowly, like the sun rising at dawn, one eye opens. It's enormous, of course, easily as large as a dinner plate, but it's not frightening. The eye that focuses on you is gentle, warm, the colour of molten honey or of sunlight through amber. The pupil is vertical, like a cat's, and it dilates slowly as the dragon adjusts to being awake, as it focuses on you standing there at the edge of its sanctuary. There's intelligence in that eye, deep, ancient, patient intelligence. Curiosity too, but not the sharp, aggressive curiosity of a predator, more like the curiosity of a scholar, of a wise teacher encountering a new student. The dragon is studying you, but not in a way that makes you feel judged or threatened, more like it's remembering you, as if it somehow already knows who you are, what you need, why you've come. The other eye opens equally slowly, and now both golden eyes are regarding you with that same gentle awareness. The dragon doesn't move otherwise, doesn't lift its head or uncurl from its nest. It simply observes you, waits. Patient as the mountains themselves, calm as the deepest ocean, and then it yawns. The movement is so unexpected, so utterly mundane and relatable that you almost laugh. The dragon's jaws open wide, revealing rows of teeth that are probably each longer than your forearm, but there's nothing threatening about it. It's just a yawn. That same stretching, face-scrunching, jaw-popping yawn that every creature from the smallest mouse to the largest whale experiences upon waking. The dragon's forked tongue curls, its eyes squeeze shut, and a soft rumbling sound emerges from deep in its throat. Not quite a growl, more like a very deep hum. When the yawn finishes, the dragon's jaws close with a soft click of teeth, and it smacks its lips slightly, another entirely relatable gesture. Then those warm golden eyes focus on you again, and this time there's something else in them. Recognition, perhaps, or welcome, or both. The dragon takes a particularly deep breath, the deepest yet, and its entire body expands with the inhalation. The scales brighten dramatically, the crystals flash, and for a moment the entire chamber fills with golden light so warm and welcoming it feels like being embraced. Then the breath releases slowly, and with it comes sound. Not words, not yet, but a rumble, a deep vibration that travels through the air and the stone and seems to resonate in your very chest. It's a greeting you realize, a welcome, the dragon equivalent of a soft hello, or perhaps I've been waiting for you. The dragon finally moves more substantially. Its head lifts from its forelegs, rising on that long, elegant neck, scales sliding smoothly over each other with a sound like silk on silk. The movement is unhurried, careful, gentle. The dragon stretches slightly, the way you might stretch when waking, working out the stiffness from a long rest. Its wings unfold just a little, extending outward before folding again. Its tail uncurls and then recurls in a slightly different position. And then, with those enormous golden eyes fixed on you, with an expression of such kindness, such gentleness, such patient welcome, the dragon speaks. The voice is not what you expected. It's not booming or loud, not harsh or threatening. Instead, it's deep, yes, so deep you feel it as much as hear it, but soft, warm, like the richest honey, like the lowest note on a cello, like thunder heard from very far away. It fills the chamber without overwhelming it, and it carries with it an undercurrent of something else: peace, calm, contentment. Just hearing that voice makes your breathing automatically slow, your shoulders drop, your entire body relax. "Welcome, little ember," the dragon says, and each word is carefully formed, carefully placed, with long pauses between them, as if the dragon is choosing each one with great deliberation. "I have been dreaming for so very long, and in my dreams I sensed you coming, sensed your need, your weariness, your search for peace." The dragon shifts its head slightly, tilting it the way a curious bird might, studying you from a slightly different angle. "You have travelled far tonight," it continues, that deep slow voice filling the space with warmth. "Through the silver valley, following the stream, guided by fireflies and moonlight. And you have arrived at the right moment, the perfect moment, for I have something to share with you." One of the dragon's forelegs moves, and a massive paw, each toe longer than your entire hand, gestures gently toward the space before its nest, an invitation. "Come closer, the dragon says. "Do not fear. I am the guardian of dreams, the keeper of peaceful sleep. I mean you no harm, I never have. Not in all my long centuries have I wished harm upon any who came seeking rest. You find your feet moving almost of their own accord, carrying you closer to this magnificent, gentle creature. The dragon watches your approach with those patient golden eyes, and as you draw nearer you can feel the warmth radiating from its body, not uncomfortable heat, but that perfect temperature of coziness, of comfort, of home. "Sit," the dragon suggests, and you do, settling onto the smooth stone floor near the edge of the nest. This close you can see even more details, the subtle variations in colour from scale to scale, the way the crystals catch and refract light, the slow pulse of inner glow that moves through the dragon's body with each breath. "Good," the dragon rumbles, sounding pleased. "Now, but let me tell you the secret. The secret I have kept for 1,000 years. The secret that has guided so many into peaceful slumber. The secret that I now share with you." The dragon takes another of those long, slow breaths, and this time you notice something. As it inhales, the glow from its body intensifies, starting at its core and spreading outward through every scale, every crystal, until the entire creature is shining brilliantly. And as it exhales, the light doesn't fade entirely. Instead it seems to spread outward, filling the chamber, filling the air itself, until you're bathed in that warm golden glow. "Listen well," the dragon says, its voice dropping even lower, becoming more intimate, more personal, as if it's sharing something meant only for you. "For this is the truth that will guide you into dreams." The dragon settles more comfortably into its nest, scales shifting and adjusting, crystals chiming softly with the movement. Those enormous eyes remain fixed on you, warm and kind and utterly focused. "In the beginning," the dragon starts, and its voice has taken on a quality that's almost like singing, a rhythmic storytelling cadence that pulls you in. "When the world was young, and the stars were first kindled, there was only light, pure light, the light of creation itself, flowing through all things, connecting everything to everything else." The dragon pauses, letting the words settle. "And when the first creatures came into being, the first plants reaching toward the sun, the first fish swimming through new oceans, the first birds taking flight, the first beings like you, taking their first breaths, each one carried within them a piece of that original light, a tiny fragment of that first creation." Another long pause, another slow breath, in and out, golden light pulsing with the rhythm. "We call it the ember," the dragon continues, "because it glows like a coal in a fire. It warms you from within. It connects you to everything that lives, to everything that has ever lived, to the stars themselves. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest whale, from the quietest mouse to the fiercest lion. And yes, even dragons like me, we all carry this ember here. The dragon taps very gently against its chest with one massive talon, and you hear a soft resonant sound, like striking a bell made of crystal deep inside, at the very centre of who we are. The ember glows, always. It has never stopped glowing. Since the moment of your first breath, it will never stop glowing, until your last. You find yourself unconsciously placing a hand over your own chest, over your own heart, trying to sense what the dragon is describing. And as you focus your attention inward, you realise you can feel it. Or perhaps you're imagining it. Or perhaps imagination and reality are the same thing here, in this magical place. But there's a warmth there, just behind your breastbone, a gentle glow that pulses in time with your heartbeat. Yes, the dragon says, seeing your gesture, seeing the recognition in your face. You feel it, the ember, your inner light, the piece of starlight, that is uniquely yours. That has been yours since the beginning, that will be yours forever. The dragon's eyes seem to grow even warmer, even more golden. But here is the secret, it says, and now its voice drops to barely more than a whisper, though that whisper still resonates through the entire chamber, still fills the space completely. The secret that changes everything, the secret of peaceful sleep. Another pause, letting anticipation build. The ember responds to your breath, the dragon reveals. When you breathe slowly, deeply, with intention and care, the ember glows brighter, stronger. It spreads its warmth through your entire body. It calms your racing thoughts. It soothes your worried mind. It releases the tension from your muscles. It guides you gently, inevitably, into sleep. The dragon demonstrates, taking an enormous breath, and you watch as its scales brighten dramatically, the glow intensifying until the entire creature is radiant, luminous, so bright you almost have to squint. Then the exhale, equally slow, and the light doesn't disappear. Instead, it seems to spread outward from the dragon's body, filling the cave, filling the air, filling your own lungs, as you breathe in that same golden light. This is how dragons sleep, the creature explains. We breathe slowly. We focus on the ember within us. We let its light fill us and warm us and guide us into dreams. And this is the secret I share with you tonight, because what works for dragons, works for all creatures, works for you. The dragon shifts its position slightly, settling even more comfortably into its nest, demonstrating the posture of perfect rest. The breath is key, it continues. Not just any breath, but the dragon's breath, slow, intentional, powerful in its gentleness. Those golden eyes hold yours. Would you like to learn? The dragon asks. Would you like me to teach you how to breathe like a dragon, how to ignite your inner ember and let it guide you into the deepest sleep, the most peaceful dreams you have ever known? You nod, unable to speak, completely captivated by this gentle giant, by its offer, by the warm promise in its voice. Good, the dragon rumbles, pleased. Then let us begin. Together, you and I, breathing as one, lighting our embers together, finding our way to peace. The dragon adjusts its position one more time, settling with clear intention into a posture of complete comfort. Its head rests gently on its forelegs again, its tail curls protectively around its body, its wings fold perfectly against its sides. It's demonstrating, you realize, showing you how to position yourself for the deepest rest. You shift as well, adjusting your own body to find your most comfortable position. Whether you're lying down or sitting, you let yourself relax completely. Let yourself be supported by whatever is beneath you. Let yourself release any need to hold yourself up or maintain any particular posture. The dragon watches you settle with those patient golden eyes, waiting until you're completely still, completely ready. Then it speaks again. that deep warm voice filling the chamber like honey poured into a cup. Now, the dragon begins. We will breathe together. The dragon's breath is simple, but profound. It has 3 parts, each one important, each one sacred. Listen carefully and follow my guidance. The dragon's scales pulse gently with light, creating a rhythm you can see, a visual representation of what's to come. First, the inhale, the dragon explains. This is when we draw in, not just air, but light, not just oxygen, but peace, not just breath, but calmness itself. We breathe in slowly, counting in our minds. I will count with you. We will breathe in for 4 beats of the heart. The dragon demonstrates, its enormous chest expanding gradually, the scales brightening progressively with each moment of inhalation. 1. It counts, its voice soft, a pause. 2. Another pause. 3. And finally, 4. At the peak of the breath, the dragon's entire body is glowing brilliantly, crystals flashing, warm light radiating outward in waves. Do you see? The dragon asks. How the ember grows brighter with each moment of breathing in, how the light spreads from the center outward through the body. This is intentional. This is the magic of the breath. You nod, understanding, feeling your own chest expand as you imagine your own inner ember glowing brighter with each inhale. Second. The hold, the dragon continues. This is brief, just a moment, 2 heartbeats. We hold the breath, not with tension, but with gentle attention. We let the light settle. Let it find its place let it spread into every corner of our being. The dragon holds, and you can see the light stabilizing, the glow becoming steady and even throughout its entire form. 1. The dragon counts, a pause. 2. The light pulses gently, warmly. And finally, the exhale, the dragon says. This is the longest part, the most important part. This is when we release not just air, but everything we don't need. All worry, all tension, all the thoughts that keep us awake, all the concerns that trouble our minds. We breathe out for 6 beats of the heart, slowly, gently, completely. The dragon begins to exhale, and you watch fascinated as the light doesn't fade, but rather transforms, spreading outward from its body in visible waves, filling the entire chamber, washing over you like warm water. 1. The dragon counts, its voice soft as a whisper now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the end of the exhale, the dragon's glow has returned to its normal gentle radiance, but the entire cave is filled with that golden light, with warmth, with peace. This is the dragon's breath, the creature says. In for 4, hold for 2, out for 6, again and again, until the ember guides you into dreams, until your mind quiets, until your body releases all it's holding, until sleep finds you. The dragon's eyes meet yours with such gentleness, such encouragement. Now, we practice together. I will guide you, count for you, breathe with you, and you will feel the magic happen. Are you ready? You nod again, settling even more deeply into your position, placing your attention on that warm glow in the center of your chest, on your inner ember ready to let it grow. Good, the dragon rumbles. Then close your eyes, if you haven't already. Focus on the ember, glowing softly in your chest. Feel its warmth, its gentle light, and when I count, breathe with me. Let us begin. The chamber grows quiet except for the soft background sounds. The distant stream, the occasional crystal chime, the gentle whisper of air moving through the cave. You close your eyes, turning your attention inward, finding that spark of warmth inside yourself. Breathe in, the dragon's voice guides, deep and soothing. 1. You draw air in through your nose slowly, and you imagine the ember glowing brighter. 2. The breath continues, your lungs expanding, the warmth in your chest intensifying. 3. More air flowing in, cool at your nostrils but warming as it enters your body, feeding the ember. 4. Your lungs are full now, comfortably full, not straining but complete. And yes, you can feel it, or imagine it, or perhaps feeling and imagining are the same thing. The ember is brighter now, warmer. Its light spreading from your chest outward toward your shoulders, your arms, your neck. Hold your nose, the dragon instructs. 1. You hold the breath gently, not clutching it but simply pausing, letting everything settle. The ember pulses steadily. 2. Another moment of stillness. The warmth spreads further, down into your belly, up into your head. You can feel tension you didn't even know you were carrying beginning to soften, to release. Breathe out, the dragon says, slowly. 1. You begin to exhale through your mouth, a long, slow release. The ember's light doesn't fade. Instead it spreads outward with your breath, travelling down your arms to your fingertips, down your legs to your toes. 2. More air flowing out, and with it you feel worry leaving, tension departing, the busy thoughts in your mind beginning to quiet. 3. Half your breath is gone now, and your shoulders drop, your jaw unclenches, muscles you've been holding tight all day finally beginning to let go. 4. Still exhaling, that long slow release, and the warmth from the ember is filling your entire body now, every cell, every fibre, golden and peaceful and calm. 5. Almost done, your lungs nearly empty, and you feel so relaxed now, so loose, as if you're melting into whatever supports you. 6. The last of the breath leaves you in a soft sigh, and for just a moment before the next inhale begins, you feel utterly empty, utterly light, utterly at peace. Beautiful, the dragon murmurs. You feel it, yes? The power of the breath, the glow of the ember. We will do this again, and again. Each time you will sink deeper, relax more fully, feel the ember's warmth, spreading further, guiding you towards sleep. And so the dragon continues, counting in that deep, warm voice, guiding you through breath after breath. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold in a 1, 2, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With each cycle you feel yourself sinking deeper into relaxation. Your body becomes heavier, more comfortable, perfectly supported. Your mind grows quieter, thoughts drifting away like leaves on a stream, no longer important, no longer needing your attention. The ember in your chest glows steadily, warmly, its light filling you completely, washing away everything except peace, except calm, except the gentle rhythm of breath. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, 1, 2, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The dragon's voice becomes a constant, reliable anchor. You don't have to think about the counting anymore. The dragon thinks for you, guides you, holds you in this rhythm. All you have to do is breathe. Just breathe. Let the ember glow. Let the warmth spread. Let yourself sink deeper and deeper into this peaceful state. Again, the dragon whispers. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, hold. 2. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Time becomes meaningless. You might have been breathing like this for minutes or hours. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters except this moment, this breath, this warmth, this peace. The dragon's voice continues, never wavering, never rushing, patient as the mountains, steady as the stars. Once more, the dragon says softly, breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your body is so heavy now, so relaxed. You couldn't move even if you wanted to, and you don't want to. You want to stay exactly here, exactly like this, held in this perfect state of rest, guided by the dragon's voice, warmed by the glow of your inner ember. And again, the dragon continues. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With each exhale, you feel yourself letting go of more, letting go of the day behind you, letting go of tomorrow's concerns, letting go of the need to be anywhere, to do anything, to think about anything at all. You're simply here, simply breathing, simply glowing from within with that gentle ember light. The dragon continues counting, breath after breath, and you follow effortlessly, naturally, as easily as breathing itself, which is all you're doing. Just breathing, just letting the ember glow, just allowing yourself to sink deeper and deeper into this peaceful trance, this twilight state between waking and sleeping, where everything is soft and warm and safe. Perfect, the dragon murmurs between breaths. You are learning the ancient art, the dragon's secret. With each breath, you grow more peaceful, more relaxed, more ready for dreams. The ember knows the way. Trust it, follow it, let it guide you into sleep. And you do trust it. You trust the ember, you trust the breath, you trust this gentle ancient dragon who has kept this secret safe for so long, who is sharing it now with you, who is guiding you with such patience and such care into the deepest rest you've ever known. The dragon continues guiding your breath for what might be several more minutes, or might be much longer. Time has lost all meaning in this warm golden space. Eventually though, you notice the counting beginning to slow, the pauses between numbers growing longer, the dragon's voice becoming even softer, even more gentle. You are doing beautifully, the dragon whispers, and its voice is like warm honey, like soft velvet, like the most comfortable sound you've ever heard. Your ember glows so brightly now, so steadily. You are filled with its light, with its warmth, with its peace. You can still feel it. That glow in your chest, that warmth spreading through your entire body, that golden light that seems to pulse in time with your heartbeat, with your breath, with the dragon's own breathing, which you can hear slow and deep and rhythmic, a constant presence in the chamber. Now, the dragon says, I will share one more gift with you, one more piece of the dragon's secret. A lullaby, older than the mountains, older than the stars themselves, a song that has guided countless beings and into peaceful dreams. The dragon shifts slightly in its nest, scales whispering against moss, crystals chiming softly. I do not sing with words, it explains. Dragons do not have songs like yours, but we have something, perhaps better. We have the song of the earth itself, the vibration of peace, the hum of perfect rest. And then the dragon begins, and it starts so low you almost can't hear it at first. You feel it more than hear it. A vibration that seems to come from the stone beneath you, from the air around you, from the dragon's massive body. It's not quite a hum, not quite a growl, not quite a purr. It's something else entirely, something that doesn't quite have a name in human language. The sound is deep, so deep it resonates in your chest, in your bones, in your very cells. It's a single sustained note that doesn't seem to need breath, that simply continues on and on, steady and unchanging. And yet within that single note, you begin to hear harmonics, overtones, subtle variations that create a kind of melody, without the note ever actually changing. It's the most soothing sound you've ever heard, more calming than ocean waves, more peaceful than gentle rain, more comforting than a heartbeat. It fills the entire chamber, and it fills you, vibrating through your body in a way that seems to touch every part of you simultaneously. The crystals in the cave respond to the sound, each one beginning to glow slightly brighter, beginning to vibrate in sympathy. They create their own harmonics, their own overtones, adding to the dragon's fundamental note in a way that builds layers of sound, layers of vibration, until the entire chamber has become a single instrument, a cathedral of resonance, all of it centered on that one deep, endless note. Your ember responds too. You can feel it pulsing in time with the vibration, glowing brighter with each wave of sound that passes through you. The warmth intensifies, spreads, fills you so completely that you can't tell where your body ends and the warmth begins. You are the ember now. You are the light. You are part of this song, this ancient lullaby, this vibration that connects everything. The dragon continues, that note sustained endlessly, patiently, and you find your own breathing automatically slowing even further to match its rhythm. Your heartbeat slows as well, falling into sync with the pulse of the sound, the pulse of the crystals, the pulse of the earth itself. Minutes pass, or perhaps hours. The sound never changes, never wavers, never grows tiresome or repetitive. Instead, it becomes more beautiful with each passing moment, more layered, more complex. You begin to hear things within it, not sounds exactly, but feelings, images, memories that aren't your own. You sense vast stretches of time, centuries passing like seconds. You sense the dragon's own dreams, peaceful landscapes of crystal and starlight, quiet moments of perfect rest, the slow, patient wisdom of ages beyond counting. You sense other beings who have come to this cave over the years, seeking what you seek now, finding what you're finding, peace, rest, comfort, sleep. The lullaby wraps around you like a blanket, like warm arms, like the most comfortable nest imaginable. You are held by this sound, cradled by it, protected by it. Nothing can harm you here, nothing can disturb you. You are safe in the dragon's song, safe in the glow of your ember, safe in this ancient sanctuary where sleep is sacred and rest is revered. Your thoughts have stopped entirely now. There's no more internal dialogue, no more planning or worrying or remembering. There's only this moment, only this sound, only this warmth, only this peace. Your mind has become as quiet as a still pond, as empty as the sky, as peaceful as the spaces between stars. The dragon's lullaby continues, and you continue to sink deeper, deeper, deeper into relaxation, into trance, into that threshold space where waking dissolves and dreaming begins. You're not quite asleep yet, but you're no longer awake either. You're floating in that perfect in-between place, held there by the dragon's song, by the glow of your ember, by the deep knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Rest now, the dragon's voice whispers, barely audible beneath the continuation of the lullaby. Rest, little ember. You are safe here. You are held, you are loved. The mountains will guard your dreams, the stars will watch over you, and I will keep singing until sleep finds you. And it does. The dragon keeps its promise. That deep vibration continuing, never wavering, never stopping. On and on it goes, that ancient lullaby, that song of peace, that vibration of perfect rest, and held within it, cradled by it, you feel yourself finally, completely letting go. The dragon's lullaby becomes everything. It's not just a sound anymore, it's the entire world, the entire universe. There's nothing outside this warm, resonant vibration. No concerns from your daily life can reach you here. No worries about tomorrow can find you. No regrets about yesterday can touch you. There's only now, only this, only peace. Your body has become impossibly heavy and impossibly light at the same time. Heavy because every muscle is so completely relaxed, so utterly released from tension, that you feel like you're sinking through whatever supports you, becoming one with it, merging with the earth itself, and light because there's no effort anymore, no strain, no need to hold yourself in any particular way. You're simply floating, suspended in perfect comfort, in perfect ease. The ember in your chest glows with steady, unwavering warmth. It's not bright or intense, it's gentle, soft, like candlelight, like starlight, like the first light of dawn. But it fills you completely, this warmth, spreading through every vein, every nerve, every cell. You are golden with it, luminous with it, transformed by it into something peaceful and pure and perfectly at rest. The dragon's breathing continues its slow, deep rhythm, and your breath has matched it so completely that you're not sure anymore where your breathing ends and the dragon's breathing begins. Perhaps you're breathing together, you and this ancient gentle guardian. Perhaps you've become one breath, one rhythm, one shared experience of peace. You're aware, dimly, of other sensations, the softness of whatever you're resting on, the perfect temperature of the air around you, neither warm nor cool, but exactly right. The distant sound of water, still singing its quiet song somewhere in the depths of the cave, the occasional soft chime of crystals responding to the dragon's lullaby. But these sensations are far away now, filtered through layers of peace, reaching you as if from a great distance. They're pleasant but not important. Nothing is important anymore except this feeling, this state, this perfect surrender to rest. The dragon shifts slightly in its nest and you hear the soft rustle of movement, the gentle scrape of scales on moss. "I see you," the dragon whispers, its voice barely more than a thought, barely more than a feeling. "I see you, drifting now, see you floating between worlds, between waking and dreaming. This is good, this is right. Let yourself go, little ember, let yourself fall. I will catch you. The dream world will catch you. You are safe to sleep." And you believe it. You trust it completely. This dragon, this guardian, this gentle giant who has kept the secret of peaceful sleep for 1,000 years. It will not let you fall into anything but peace. It will not let you drift into anything but gentle dreams. You are held, protected, guided by something ancient and wise and infinitely patient. Your thoughts, what few remain, have become dreamlike themselves. They drift through your mind like clouds across a summer sky, barely forming before they dissolve again into mist. The image of the journey here, the moonlit path, the fireflies, the stream. But it's already fading, already becoming part of the dream, losing its edges, its definition, its reality. Another thought, something about your day, your life, your responsibilities. But it has no weight anymore, no urgency. It floats by and disappears like smoke, like breath, like morning fog burned away by the sun. Nothing can hold you back now. Nothing can keep you from this drift towards sleep. The dragon's lullaby seems to grow even deeper, even more profound. Or perhaps you're sinking deeper into it, falling through layers of sound, layers of vibration, descending through the very fabric of the music itself. Each layer you pass through brings you closer to sleep, closer to dreams, closer to that complete release where consciousness finally lets go, and sleep claims you fully. "So close now," the dragon murmurs, and its voice is like a warm wind, like a gentle hand stroking your forehead, like the softest whisper in the darkness. So very close, your ember knows the way forward. Follow it, trust it, let it lead you into the dream world, where I will meet you, where we will walk together, through peaceful landscapes, where nothing harms and everything heals. The glow in your chest pulses once, twice, 3 times, a gentle beacon guiding you forward, downward, inward, towards sleep, and you follow it willingly, gladly, letting go of the last threads of waking consciousness, releasing the final grip on the world of form and thought and awareness. The dragon's lullaby continues, but you're drifting away from it now, or into it, you can't tell which. The sound becomes part of the darkness behind your closed eyes, part of the warmth in your body, part of the slow rhythm of your breath. It's not separate from you anymore. It's you. You are the lullaby. You are the vibration. You are the peace itself. Somewhere far away in a cave in a mountain, a dragon continues to sing, continues to keep watch, continues to guard the dreams of a small being who came seeking rest and found it, who came seeking peace and received it, who came seeking the secret of sleep and learned it. But you're not in the cave anymore, not really. You're floating in golden darkness, wrapped in warmth, held by something vast and gentle and eternal. The ember in your chest glows softly, steadily, a tiny star in the darkness, a point of light that marks your presence in the dream world, and around you, other embers begin to appear. Distant points of light, each one representing another dreamer, another soul at rest. Some are bright and some are dim, some are golden and some are silver, but all of them glow with that same peaceful light, that same inner warmth. You are not alone in the dream world. You are part of something vast, something connected, a constellation of sleeping souls, all held in the gentle embrace of rest. The dragon's voice reaches you one more time, soft as a thought, warm as a sigh. Sleep well, little ember, dream beautifully, and when you wake, whenever that may be, you will remember. Remember the secret, remember the breath, remember that you carry, always, a piece of starlight that can guide you home to peace. And with those final words you finally completely surrender. Thought ceases, awareness fades. The last thread connecting you to waking dissolves like mist, and you fall, soft and slow and gentle, into sleep. True sleep, deep sleep. The kind of sleep that heals and restores and renews. Your ember glows on in the darkness, a faithful companion, a steady guide, keeping watch while you rest, holding your place in the world until you're ready to return. And somewhere in a mountain cave, a dragon continues its ancient lullaby, continues its patient vigil, guarding the dreams of all who come seeking peace, protecting the sleep of all who learn the secret of the ember. The cave holds its silence now, broken only by the softest sounds. The stream continues its eternal journey through the stone, water over rock, a liquid whisper that never ends. The crystals pulse gently with stored light, keeping time with the dragon's heartbeat, with the slow rhythm of breathing that fills the chamber. The dragon itself remains in its nest, coiled in perfect comfort, wings folded, tail curled, head resting on its forelegs. Its eyes have closed again, or perhaps they remain open just slightly, keeping watch through golden slits, maintaining that ancient guardian's vigilance even in rest. The lullaby continues, though even softer now, barely audible, more felt than heard, a vibration in the stone, in the air, in the very fabric of this sacred space. Outside the cave, the night continues its own gentle rhythm. Stars wheel slowly across the sky, ancient lights tracing their eternal paths. The moon drifts higher, growing smaller, its silver light still pouring through the cave's entrance, mixing with the golden glow from within. The fireflies still dance in the valley below, their lights blinking on and off in peaceful randomness. The wind whispers through the grass, through the trees, carrying scents of pine and earth and growing things. Night birds call to each other, soft hoots and gentle chirps, conversations in the darkness. A deer walks through the valley, pausing to drink from the stream before moving on, unhurried, unafraid, sensing the peace that emanates from the dragon's cave like warmth from a fire. All is well in this corner of the world. All is safe. All is held in the gentle embrace of night, of rest, of the ancient magic that watches over those who sleep and dream. The voice fades even more, becoming almost imperceptible. The dragon breathes, in and out, slow, patient, eternal. The embers glow, yours, others, stars in the darkness, points of warmth and light, all connected, all at peace, all held in the dream world's gentle hands. Sleep now, sleep deep, sleep well. Let the mountain guard your rest. Let the dragon sing you through the night. Let your ember guide you through peaceful dreams until the morning finds you, renewed and restored. The secret is yours now. The dragon's breath, the glowing ember, the path to peaceful sleep. It will be here whenever you need it. The dragon will be here. The cave will be here. The lullaby will be here and always waiting, holding space for your return. But for now, just sleep. Just rest and just let go. Sleep. Dream. You are rested now. You are renewed. And you carry the secret with you always. The breath, the ember, the path to peace. Return whenever you need. The dragon will be waiting. Sweet dreams, dear traveller. Sweet dreams.